Hello?
What do you think you're doing, Kate? I wanted updates. I wanted results.
Certainly, Mr. Marson. We all do. Down on the ground, we're doing all we can, but there's no new developments.
Kate, I don't think you understand the urgency of this situation. Universal Toys are on my back and digging in. I can't hold them off much longer. You're putting the firm in a very tricky situation.
I am very sorry, but a slight mishap or two has meant that I've had to modify my mission temporarily.
Miss Walker, you're walking on a minefield here. I don't have to underline that this affair is Class A priority numero uno. Hot!
I am only too aware of that, Mr. Marson, and believe me, I am doing all I possibly can. But this mission is really no piece of cake.
You can have all the cake you want and eat it too when you get home. Next time I call you, I want something concrete, something solid. I want results. You understand? Results!
Yes, Mr. Marson. Good morning, sir.
Good day to you, ma'am, and welcome to the Hotel Komkolzgrad. I don't expect you've made a reservation, have you? Well, no matter. We've got a few rooms left with a sea view. By far the best on offer.
Well, actually I wasn't counting on staying in Aralbad.
I see. It's like that then. So, what can I do for you?
I want to meet someone who lives here.
That's very inconvenient. None of my customers said they were expecting someone. You can't just turn up like that. We've got a very strict policy. In this day and age, the hotel ain't too open to, impromptu visits from any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Please, I absolutely must speak with her. It's very important.
If it was that important, all you had to do was ring the hotel. People come here to rest, you see, to get away from the world, which ain't turning so good these days. Don't let me keep you. Good day to you, ma'am.
Honestly, if I could have called, I would have called, but I couldn't. So please, can you bend the rules just a little, sir?
Ma'am, in this hotel, we don't bend nothing for no one. With respect.
Well, thanks anyway.
At your service, ma'am.
What was that? No! Oh!
Sir? Sir?
You again? You're beginning to really overstep the mark. I warn you, one more and I'm going to... But what the hell's going on over there? Why is it me gets hell to pay when there's already too much work to do?
That door is locked. Hello there.
Good afternoon, miss.
Are you the hotel barman?
My name is James, miss. James, the automaton nurse. I am not a barman.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to upset you.
If you don't mind, miss, I would appreciate it if you would just be a little more rigorous in the terms you employ in the future.
Have you ever heard of a Mr. Vorarlberg?
The name is not entirely foreign to me.
Really? You know Hans Vorarlberg?
That I cannot say, miss. Madam has forbidden me from talking about him and even mentioning his name.
Why?
Nostalgia, sadness, medication. Call it what you humans will. We never had this conversation, did we, miss? Madam would be very angry to learn that I know, and now you know as well.
Don't worry. Mum's the word. I'm looking for Madame Romanski. Do you know where she is?
3:30 to 4:30 p.m., Madame Romanski takes her daily constitutional on the pier. Tea is served at 5 o'clock sharp.
Is it possible to go see her?
As you wish, but do pay attention to the salt wind.
Can you take me to Helena Romanski?
Not at this hour, miss. Madam will still be watching the sea at the end of the pier.
So?
Madam knows perfectly well that during this season I don't go down to the pier. My wheelwork goes dicky under the double corrosive action of the salt and sand winds. Listen, you can hear them sweeping up and down the beach and out to sea. We call it the salt wind here. It'll drive us all crazy one of these days.
Come on, just make a little effort.
No, I'll stay here and make ready for Madame in case she needs me. She can be so unpredictable, such violent swings of mood.
Well, I'm going, James. See you later, maybe.
It would be a pleasure to see you again, miss.
That door is locked. Darn it! That doesn't work. Just as I thought. Doesn't look like that works. Doesn't look like that works. If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing. Madam Romanski? Madam Helena Romanski?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you, ma'am. My name's Kate Walker. I've come on behalf of Frank Malkovich.
Ah, Markovich, the old son of a gun. Are you one of his relatives?
Not exactly. He's a good friend of my mother's. He told me you might be here in Aralbad. I'm American, a lawyer.
To what do I owe your visit? You have come so far. It must be important.
Indeed it is. I have very delicate and pressing business to attend to. I have just left.
Later, my dear, later. I have a slight headache. This hotel mask they pinch so. I have to go in. Please, could you be so kind as to call my valet?
Your valet, of course.
You back here again? How dare you show your damn face round here? Get out of here immediately!
Please. I absolutely must find.
Miss Romanski! Oh, yes, I'm sorry. She managed to lie her way in here. Don't matter how vigilant you are, there's always one. But it won't happen again. She'll be out on her ear before you can say, I hope she hasn't upset you too much.
Oh, Felix. Stop being such a grizzly bear. This woman is my guest.
She's your guest? But that ain't possible. This vandal didn't even know you 3 hours ago.
Be quiet, Felix, before you offend someone.
Miss Romanski, please. This maniac turned up earlier and tried to wreck the fountain. If it wasn't for the...
I said enough, Felix. Please treat Miss Walker with the respect befitting one of my friends. Don't touch and don't swear. Have I made myself clear, Mr. Smetana?
Yes, crystal clear, Madam Romanski. Please do accept my humble apologies.
Very good, Felix. You may go now.
That's going to work. It looks like something's missing. James, what are you waiting for? Don't tell me you didn't hear the bell this time.
The bell did indeed ring, but it is very windy outside, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit gusty. But what's that got to do with it?
Madam doesn't understand. She says an automaton doesn't need protection, but my insides don't like the salty wind. I'm afraid to go out, you know.
And if you wore my mask to protect you against the salt, would that help?
Oh, most certainly.
Katie Pooh. So, have you met her yet? This Helena person. What's she like? Does she remember Frank?
Hi, Mom. Yeah, sure. I met her, and yeah, she's living in Aralbad. You can thank Frank for me again.
I'll remember too, honey. So, what's Aralbad like? Maybe Frank can take me there one day.
It's this seaside resort, Ma, but it isn't what it used to be. You'd be real disappointed.
Maybe you're right. So, when are you coming home? Is that mission all over then?
Not really, Ma. I still haven't found the heir I'm looking for to wrap up the case. Helena Romanski's a kind of detour here.
Listen, Munchkin, I get the distinct impression that you're being led up the garden path. Why don't you just come home, tell your boss this heir just doesn't exist, that you've done all you can, et voila. Do you want me to call him for you?
Ma, please, don't get involved. Looking for Hans Vorarlberg is what I'm being paid for. But I also just want to find him for myself.
Honestly, you're just as stubborn as your father. Don't complain that your mother didn't warn you.
Don't worry, I won't. It's a real honor to meet you, Madame Romanski. People have told me so much about you.
People still talk about me. Oh dear.
Of course. Everyone tells me how wonderful you were. How you were one of the greatest singers of the century.
Ah, so I was, my dear. But surely you didn't come here just to dig up the past.
I'm wrapped up in a case at the moment, and because of it I met a certain Mr. Sergei Borodin, director of the Komkolzgrad industrial complex, situated to the northeast of here.
Ah, I remember that factory. Oh, a sad city indeed. What am I saying? They all were.
Madame Romanski, this Borodin is one of your biggest fans. If you could come and sing for him there, it would make one of his biggest dreams come true.
Sing? Oh, my poor girl. I have not sung for years. Time has taken its toll. My voice is like the rest of me. Faded and wan, like my heart.
Oh, aren't you going a bit far there? I bet you've still got a great voice.
Oh, you are the sweetest cherry, my dear. I am not senile yet, but I look reality in the face every time I look in the mirror, and I can tell singing is something I did in the past.
You must have had a fantastic life. So exhilarating.
Ah, much more than you could ever imagine. I used to sing the finest melodies of the moment in the most fantastic theaters around the world. I have been hailed by kings and courted by princes. Grown men would sink to their knees when they heard the first notes of my recital. My voice could break crystal glass and hearts, many hearts.
I'm not surprised.
Then one day sickness steals away the gift life has given you. My voice started to betray me. I started to get migraines. My health failed. They sent me here to let the spa town weave its healing spell. I was only going to rest for a month, but then the month became a year and the years get longer.
But you look so healthy to me.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
Strange. I get the impression that Hans Vorarlberg turned up here, too.
You know Hans Vorarlberg?
Not exactly. I'm looking for him to sort out this inheritance case. But I've had to snoop around in his past a bit to get on his trail, and I guess he's kind of a close friend now. You knew him, didn't you?
Oh, yes. I knew Hans Vorarlberg. Do you hear, James? Ah, if you had had the chance to meet Hans. My Hans. Oh my God. What has become of him? Where is he?
As questions go, madam, that one is not without certain complications.
I'm sorry, but I have no idea. That's the goal of my mission, to find Hans Varlberg. That's why I have to get back to my train as quickly as possible and to get out of Komkolzgrad.
And you cannot find him without the train?
The train is one of his last inventions. So is Oscar, the automaton engineer. I get the feeling that the two of them are going to lead me to him.
Did you hear that, James? I might see Hans again. I have dreamed so long of meeting my dearest sweetheart again. Oh, if only I could sing. If only I were in Paris, I would ask George for that miracle cocktail. The one that only he knew how to make. Wouldn't I, James?
Yes, madam. As you have frequently said, without that famous cocktail, your French tour would have probably been cancelled.
I don't understand.
An extraordinary tale, my dear. It was December, and it was terribly cold and damp. I had to play the role of Tatiana that evening at the opera. But since the morning I had lost my voice. It drove me completely mad with worry. I don't know how George, the barman at the Moritz Hotel, heard about my affliction, but he brought me up a cocktail that he had invented. A strange concoction. But it turned out to be a miracle cure. My voice returned to me in an instant.
That's amazing. That's just what we need. We're going to mix you up a cocktail.
Ah, my dear child. It is impossible. George never told me the recipe of the drink. He loved to keep his trade secrets. He said it made him absolutely irreplaceable.
Well, I'm going to get George to tell me. He hasn't yet met with my powers of persuasion. I'll let you get a bit of rest. Thank you for listening to me.
It was a real pleasure, my child. You are a charming young lady, and simply talking to you has warmed my soul.
Hello, Hotel Moritz?
Reception here. Can I help you?
I'd like to talk to Mr. George. He's a barman at your hotel.
I'll connect you with the bar. Just a moment. Hello, hotel bar?
Hi, I'd like to talk to George, please.
George? You mean Mr. George?
Yeah, probably. He must have been a barman at the Moritz in the 50s?
Well, don't want to disappoint you, but Mr. George stopped working here quite a while ago. What was it about?
I've been told that Mr. George had a recipe for a fantastic cocktail, and only he knew the ingredients. I absolutely must know what was in it. It's a matter of life and death.
I'd love to help you, ma'am, but you see, old George, now he knew a lot of cocktails. One hell of a barman and one hell of a reputation. He did write down his recipes before he left, but if you can tell me which one you were looking for exactly?
I don't know. There are a lot of them, you say?
Yeah, the Paris Peking Shuffle, the Deep Green Secret, Boko Poco, Blue Helena, Red Mambo.
Helena! Yeah, that's the one. The Blue Helena.
Right, I'll take a look. Blue Helena, you say? Let's see. 1 measure of vodka, 1 measure of blue curacao, 1 measure of honey, a dash of lime and ice cubes. Shake it all together, and Bob's your uncle.
Perfect. Thank you very much, sir. You have been most helpful to me. It's, that right. My voice. My God, that is atrocious. Horrific. It was too good to be true. George's blue Helena is powerless. Ineffective on the voice of an old woman. But your voice is perfect. Don't be so down on yourself. You just need to warm up a bit, that's all. After all these years, it's to be expected.
No, I am very grateful for all your efforts, but really I cannot go on stage with such a puny, pathetic voice. My performance would be so poor. I would get such bad reviews.
You've just got to get your confidence back. Hasn't she, James?
I must concur, madam. It sounds to me like your voice is fully restored.
James, be quiet. You are a sniveling little creep. My voice. My God, what have I done? My voice has returned. Did you hear that, James? My voice has returned.
Your voice is still as magnificent as ever, madam. But please don't forget, you're no spring chicken these days. Time has taken its toll.
And you're not the toy boy you once were either, James. I hope you have fun on your own.
Madam, leaving you is quite out of the question.
Don't be stupid, James. What would you do there? Your place is here. You must prepare my return.
Madam, I won't insist. Adventure is not an integral part of my action functionalities. Maybe you're right, madam. As ever.
Do I understand correctly that you're going to go with me to Komkolzgrad?
You do, my dear. We're going on tour, my dear. Anchors away.
I'll go back to the airship to prepare my departure. You can join me there when you're ready.
James! Take me to my room. I must prepare. Quick! Quick! What are you waiting for? My fans are waiting for me.
Are you sure you're sure about this, madam?
Shut up, James, and put your foot on it.
Hello?
Hi, it's me, Olivia.
Hey, sweetie, what's new? How was it at the Goldbergs then?
Alcoholic.
Is that all? What's up? Cat got your tongue?
Well, tell me what you're up to. How's the case going? How's that Romanski chick? You don't think it's dragging out too long?
I haven't had the time to get bored, I can tell you that, but... Hey, Olivia, what's the matter? You didn't even answer my question. That's so unlike you.
Did I tell you I bought this really cool blue silk top?
Olivia, what are you hiding? Come on out with it. You've got me worried.
Oh, Kate, I'm sorry. I've done something horrible. I can't sleep anymore. I can't eat. I keep wanting to hurl.
Olivia, tell me what's going on.
Dan!
What about Dan? Has something happened to him?
You're gonna hate me for the rest of your life, and you'd be right. In your situation,
What?
After the Goldbergs, Dan took me home. We were a bit, we shouldn't have drunk so much. He came up to mine to have a nightcap, and then... Okay, you're gonna hate me. Please hate me.
I got it.
It's all my fault. I could never tell you that I've had the hots for Dan for ages, because you're my friend and you were engaged and all, but then we got so close lately, and I just lost sight of what's right and what's wrong. Kate, the guilt is killing me. I want to die.
Look, don't bust a gut over it. You and Dan, it's like not real right now. I gotta go, Olivia. I need to process this new bit of data.
Are you like some automaton or something? Kate, please.
I'm hanging up now. I want to be on my own.
чернее, очень страстнее, очень жгучее и прекраснее, как ему я вас, как боюсь я вас, значит увидим вас, я в недобрый час. Очи чернее, очи страстнее, очи жгучее.